Good day, Camp Lejeune, and welcome to Globe TV, covering news from Camp Lejeune, New River, and the Jacksonville area. Giving you the latest from deployed and mainside units. I'm Sergeant Billy Hall. On this edition, we'll fire off some big guns from the past, take a look at Bold Quest 2009, and we'll also feature a story on a sailor who recently became an honorary Marine. Stick around. The Joint Coalition exercise Bold Quest recently came to Camp Lejeune to utilize the base's facilities, equipment, and personnel. The two-week exercise, which included U.S. forces and 10 allied nations, aimed to test advanced technologies and assess operability of joint forces in the air and on the ground. In one of the final exercises held at the base's mobile mount facility, Joint Forces took to the streets against a team of Marines acting as an insurgent stronghold. Bold Quest 2009 involved over 1,000 personnel, 24 aircrafts, and took place at 6 U.S. military installations. Now it's time to take a look at Globe TV's Question of the Week. The first official enlisted Marine Corps mascot, an English bulldog, was inducted in 1922. What was his name? Is it A, Private Jiggs, B, Private Smedley, or C, Private Chesty? Stay tuned for the answer toward the conclusion of the newscast. Most Marines enjoy watching things blow up, but modern-day weapons aren't the first to pack a punch. Lance Corporal Lejeune reports on a group that actually gets a chance to fire off the big guns of the past.
The North Carolina Division of State Historic Sites recently came aboard Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune to hold a historic artillery training and certification class. Participants were firing cannons from the Civil War and Revolutionary War eras. The members of the historic sites dressed in their blue or gray Civil War coats or in red for the Revolutionary War. Fire! Teams of 4 took turns firing the cannons to prove their working knowledge of the antique weapons. The students were firing solid and canister shots. It gave the real feel of loading and firing a cannon without the explosion that normally follows.
You know, we like for our folks who are doing weapons demonstrations and interpreting weapons to the public to have a sense of what the weapon really would be like and how it would really fire in a live setting.
The classes last only 3.5 days and are held every 4 years when members need to be recertified. The training is as enjoyable to watch as it is to be the one lighting the fuse.
It is a whole lot of fun. I can't think of anything I'd rather do. This is work. How much better work can you get?
Reporting for Globe TV, I'm Lance Corporal Lejeune.
Many veterans support the military long after their military service is complete. Lance Corporal A.J. Lugo takes us to a basement in small-town New Jersey to show us one man who's still making a difference.
As the world watched Marines sweep the Pacific during World War II, few had the privilege of watching them firsthand. Frank DeAngelis was one of them. At only 17 years old, he enlisted in the U.S. Navy and found himself serving aboard the USS Salem only months later.
He was submarine.
It was there that he
General
witnessed
Corps,
what it meant to carry the title United States Marine,
honors.
something he's always admired.
See, it's different. They're different. People don't understand, but they have to be involved with them and they'll understand.
By the looks of his shadow box, he's come a long way since his days as a young sailor.
And I just put everything out here because when people come to visit, they want to see everything, what this guy does. And
So his mind wanders at 83 years old,
okay.
but his hands are as steady as ever.
I just pull the box, take one out, ready to go. Production.
Frank's mission is to make a shadow box for every family that has lost a Marine in the global war on terror. It's a lofty goal, but Frank's getting there. Box
One.
after box after box,
I'm still fussy in my old age.
giving each one the attention it deserves.
That one over there. This one here is another.
Frank can
band
tell
of
you a story
brothers.
about any of them, but one in particular stands out in his mind.
Because when I saw her picture, I thought, God, so young. It's not fair, in a way. But I never forgot that call. Yeah.
That call came from Pam Simon. Her daughter Jennifer was killed in Iraq.
I'll cherish it, and and I just admire him for his dedication.
The words cannot express the gratitude that I felt when I received the shadow box in honor of my daughter, Corporal Jennifer Parcell, U.S. Marine Corps.
Yes, I miss her, and I'm proud of her. I'm very proud of her.
I mean, it was a dreadful task for me, but I can handle it. It didn't stop me from continuing to make shadow boxes.
In fact, he's made so many, some 300 by his count, that the Marine Corps took notice, granting him the very title he's respected throughout his many years.
I had no dreams or knowledge there were honorary Marines. I never heard of it. All the years with Marines, I never heard it come up.
But on this day, he lived it, becoming only the 59th person in the history of the Corps to earn the title Honorary Marine.
I think that is like the top. I can't go any higher. I've reached the top.
So, like any other Marine, Frank moves forward.
Oh, here's the article. I don't have my glasses.
Humble about his achievements,
There's General Puller.
conscious of his efficiency,
I'll never get them all done,
and unwavering in his dedication to duty.
but I will get a big part done. I'm fortunate that I'm able to do what I do, and I'll continue until I no longer am here. Big Marine, that's pretty damn good. And
From Lincroft, New Jersey,
nobody,
I'm Lance Corporal A.J. Lugo.
was among them. I like that. I thought that was great.
Now the answer to this week's question of the week. The first official enlisted Marine Corps mascot, an English Bulldog, was inducted in 1922. What was his name? Is A, Private Jiggs. Within 2 years, Private Jiggs picked up the rank of Sergeant Major. He was a real go-getter. Well, that's it for this edition of Globe TV. Stay tuned next week for our newest edition, and also keep your eye out for the Globe newspaper every Thursday. I'm Sergeant Billy Hall. Have a great day.